Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the dreaded acne or skin issues in general. It's going to be super in-depth, so I highly recommend getting a pen, a notepad, and take some notes so we can really get to the root of what is causing your skin issues and finally get rid of it once and for all. So if you're ready, let's get started. Quick disclaimer, I am not a doctor, I am not a dermatologist. I am speaking based solely on experience, and trust me, I've been through a lot. So just wanted to throw that out there. Let's get started, shall we? So if you've paid attention in science class growing up, hopefully you did, our skin is our largest organ. And I think when we think of the word organ, we think of internal organs, our heart, our liver, our pancreas. We think of organs like that, but no, our skin is also an organ. It's what covers and protects our body. So our skin is our largest organ that can be physically seen. Because of that, we have to take good care of it. One of the biggest points that I want to make in this video is that the health of the inside of your body will reflect on the outside. So if you have any kind of skin issues, eczema, psoriasis, acne, hyperpigmentation, melasma, any of those skin issues, it's because there's a deeper underlying issue of something that's happening on the inside of your body, and your body is trying to let you know on the outside. Cool, right? Proof of this would be somebody with kidney issues. They start to get dark spots on their hands, dark spots on their face. People with underlying gut issues and maybe some food intolerances will develop hives. Even teens, when they're going through puberty and the hormones are all changing on the inside, what happens to the skin? Breakout, right? Our body will show evidence that there are things changing, and it will reflect on the outside. So it's important to treat the body as a whole. This isn't just some video of me telling you just wash your face like this and use these products. No, we're gonna get to the root of this problem, okay? Like I said before, I am speaking from experience, guys. I had terrible skin, okay? My skin has cleared up tremendously. This is like night and day from what my skin used to look like. I'm gonna pop a few photos right here so you guys can see how terrible my skin was. And I knew something was happening to my body on the inside. I started noticing crazy melasma all along my forehead, a huge spot of melasma like that on each cheek. It's terrible. And oddly enough, I was developing cystic acne. That's that deep acne that hurts, you know, right in the center of my cheeks. And it was so painful. Oh. I thank God that I was able to learn what was going on with my body so that I could heal. Our lives are way too short to live a bad life, period. That was my goal. I was like, I gotta figure this out. And I did. Thank God. I feel like it wasn't even on my merit. Like, it was solely God. God was giving me that wisdom that I needed at that time. And now I'm sharing it with you. So that's a quick little backstory, but let's really dive in now. We're gonna focus on two main points in this video: the inside of your body and the outside of your body. Both ways on how you can improve these two areas to finally have clear skin. Let's start with the inside. There's two little organs that we don't usually give too much thought to, and that is a huge factor in your skin health, and it's your adrenals. They keep our stress levels in check. Think adrenaline. You know, when you're about to get on a roller coaster, your adrenaline goes through the roof. Well, think about that on the daily. We stress over everything. Our lives are go. I have to do this, I have to do that. We don't stop. How do you think that is affecting our adrenals? It's terrible. In order to nurture and bring your adrenals back to balance and kind of calm everything down, you have to be mindful of that. First of all, prayer. The Bible says to cast your cares at His feet, to not have anxiety. The Bible talks clearly about this because God knew that we were going to be struggling with our daily lives. So give your stress to God. Take a little bit of time out every single day, even if it's just 5 minutes, and talk to God. It doesn't have to be this fancy prayer. It can just be something as simple as, God, thank you for another day. Thank you for blessing me, for protecting me, for loving me, for your mercy, your grace, because you're so awesome. Right now, any stress that I have in my heart, I leave in your hands. And you'd be surprised. God will give you peace that surpasses all of your understanding. In all of your ways, acknowledging Him, giving Him your stress, giving Him your worries, and trusting that He will take care of you. A few other ways to nurture your adrenals would be to lower your stress. Maybe it's going for a walk, or petting your dog, or taking a bubble bath. Maybe doing some deep breathing, some restorative yoga. Restorative yoga is amazing. Granted, I think spiritually we have to be careful. Just be careful what doors you're opening. Me personally, I love yoga as a time to have with God. I'm stretching, I'm breathing deep within my body, and while I'm in downward dog, I'm like, thank you, Lord, that I'm able to even move like this. You know, there's a lot of people that are confined to beds and wheelchairs that aren't able to move like that. So for me, yoga is a time to be alone with God and just let it all go. I love Epsom salt baths because it's just pure magnesium entering your largest organ transdermally. You're sitting in warm/hot water. The hotter the better for me. I love it. It's just ultimate relaxation. Maybe pop a movie on, some music, just relax. Fun fact about the adrenals is the more we stress them out, the quicker we age. So what does that mean? More wrinkles. Have you ever noticed someone so young with a lot of wrinkles? That's a sign that their adrenals are being taxed. You want less wrinkles? Stress less. Number 2 from our inside category is habits. What are your habits? Ooh, sometimes we don't like to talk about this because I think we're aware of what our bad habits are. Maybe it's going to bed super late, smoking, drinking, maybe taking too many pain medications. The sign of a headache, it's like, oh, where's the Tylenol? I need it now. There are other ways to relieve headaches naturally, like taking a bath and maybe drinking a lot of water. Headaches are a sign of dehydration. Antibiotics. I'm telling you, doctors prescribe antibiotics for anything nowadays. Unless you truly need the antibiotics, I'm talking life or death or serious infection, sometimes we don't need it. Now, I'm not telling you to not take antibiotics. Please don't take that from this video. What I'm telling you is ask your doctor first. Say, hey doc, do you really think it's necessary for me to take these antibiotics? And express that concern. Chances are there are times that you don't need to take it and the doctor will say, well, we'll just keep an eye on it. So don't hesitate to ask your doctor if antibiotics are truly needed. These unhealthy habits, they're doing damage to your body. Every time you smoke, you know that you're affecting your lungs and many other organs. Every time you drink, you know that you're affecting your gut, your liver. Oh, the alcohol is terrible for your body. Antibiotics destroy the gut lining. Pain relievers destroy the liver and the gut. I mean, it's written on the bottle. If you turn that little bottle of ibuprofen around, I promise you, there is a warning about your organ health. So monitor your habits. If you're smoking, quit. I lost my dad to lung cancer 14 years ago, and I wish he stopped. My kids would still have their abuelito, and I would still have my dad. It's not worth it. And drinking will affect your liver over time. It's not worth it. Get to the root of these habits and why you reach for smoking and drinking. Chances are it could be addiction and you need deliverance. There's nothing impossible for God, so give it to Him. All of these bad habits, since they affect the organs on the inside, you will see it on the outside. Number 3 is diet. You thought I was gonna not bring this one up? A lot of us are not eating real food. If it's in a bag or a box, or the ingredients are more than 5 ingredients, I think you shouldn't be eating it. There's so many chemicals in food nowadays, not to mention GMOs, genetically modified organisms, meaning fake food. You're eating fake food, food that was made in a laboratory, in a factory somewhere, not from the ground, from the earth. Our body, our organs, our blood vessels, everything rely on good nutrition. That includes water. I talk about this all the time on social media. How do you know how much water you're drinking? Very easy. Get your weight in pounds, divide that in half. That's how many ounces of water you should be drinking per day. Since we're talking about the liver, here's some foods that will help support your liver health and keep it healthy. Think bitter foods. Foods like arugula, citrus. Those are all bitter foods that will help stimulate your liver, your gallbladder, and keep it overall healthy. Even dandelion tea with a little bit of honey, yum. Next point is moving. Talking about moving your body. Oh my gosh, we are so stagnant. God did not create our physical bodies to be still all the time, to be like diggy on our phones all day long and just sitting. Our blood, our heart, our lungs, they all need movement every single day. I like to think of this quick analogy when it comes to moving my body. Think about a puddle that's been sitting there. It rains, there's dirt in that puddle, that water's just sitting. There's no movement at all in that water, right? From the top, it looks good, it's just water. But deep underneath that puddle, there's dirt, there's all kind of bacteria and germs just growing and like multiplying. Then think about a river, like rapids that are moving fast. That water looks beautiful, and every time it moves and it pushes up against the rocks, it's getting cleaned. There's less bacteria in it, it's clear. Think of your bodies that way. The more you sit, the more prone it is to illness, to disease, to bacteria, versus it moving. If you move it just a little bit every single day, it makes a huge difference. That movement in turn will stimulate circulation, keeping your skin healthy. Now stop for a second, stop. You're probably thinking, what does any of this have to do with acne? A whole lot. When you want to tackle the root of a problem, you gotta dig down deep to the root. If you've ever pulled weeds, you know what I'm talking about. You can't just like pull that weed from the surface and expect it not to come back. No, if you want to get to the root, you're gonna have to bear with me and hear all these points, because these are the roots. These bad habits, these things that we're doing on the daily is what's causing our skin to be unhealthy. So bear with me here. I promise you it gets better. Let's keep going. If you guys have been following me for a while, you already know my journey with breast implant illness. If you're not familiar with it, I'll leave a video up here. You guys can go check that out, where I talk all about my journey with breast implants, when I got them, why I got them removed. It's obvious why I got them removed. There are 40 plus toxic chemicals, including mercury, formaldehyde, all kinds of toxic chemicals in every single kind of breast implant, silicone, saline, gummy bear, that are toxic to the human body. Over time, our bodies are going to show it. So that was what was causing the acne. Are you joking? Once I got rid of those implants, my skin just said, ah, and cleared up. When it comes to movement, you have to find out what you love, okay? What kind of movement makes you happy? What excites you to move? You have to think about that. What excites someone else might not excite you. Maybe they're passionate about volleyball or baseball or basketball, and that's what keeps their body moving. But you don't like that. So really find out what is fun for you when it comes to moving your body. Maybe it's walking, maybe it's jogging, maybe it's running, maybe it's Pilates, maybe it's HIIT workouts, maybe it's swimming, maybe it's hiking. There's so many ways to be active. Another way to move your body and to stimulate circulation is dry brushing. I love dry brushing. I haven't made one yet, but there are plenty of videos here on YouTube that show you how to dry brush properly. You go from the bottom of your feet all the way up to the top of your body, stimulating that circulation, exfoliating the skin. You do it right before your shower, ultimately improving your health. So quick review, we discussed the health of the inside of our bodies, our adrenals, our habits, our diet, moving, liver, and gut health. Moving on to the outside of the body. I'm sure a lot of you have been waiting for this. So you changed your habits, you changed your diet, you started moving more, you started implementing all those things that I said on the inside. But what do you do for the outside? Say, oh my gosh, I don't know what kind of skin type I am. I don't know what kind of products to use. Help. Here we go. Learn the Comedogenic Scale. What is that? The Comedogenic Scale is basically a scale that is used, I believe it's from 0 to 5, of how likely an oil is to clog your pores. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a link where you guys can see this Comedogenic Scale and search the oil that you're looking for, and it'll tell you the number on the comedogenic scale that it is. Certain oils are high on the comedogenic scale and will naturally just clog your pores. It's not anything that you're doing, it's just the oil. So for example, coconut oil is really high on the comedogenic scale, and if you put coconut oil on your face, the likelihood of it clogging your pores is very high. I learned this the hard way. Some amazing oils that are low on the comedogenic scale are marula oil, safflower oil, hemp seed oil, almond oil, and even argan oil. Those are my favorite. Fragrance. Stay away from artificial fragrance. It's not good for your body anyways. Instead, use pure ingredients in your skincare. I personally love Open Formula. Their products are amazing, such minimal ingredients. You can actually read them and know what's inside their products. I have a link where you guys can shop till you drop, and get all kinds of fragrance-free, pure skincare goodies. Determine what type of skin you have. Is it dry? Is it combination? Is it oily? And use your products accordingly. Sometimes we're just using the wrong products for our skin type. Maybe you have oily skin and you're using products for dry skin, so it's adding even more moisture to your face when you really don't need it. Or vice versa, maybe you have dry skin and you're using products for oily skin and you're not getting enough moisture and your body is overcompensating and producing more sebum. Figure out what type of skin you have and use products accordingly. Your skincare routine. Develop a skincare routine and be consistent. That is key, being consistent. How do you be consistent? Set alarms on your phone and treat yourself. Use that time as self-care. I'm a mom of 3. I have a busy life, and that time in the morning and at night is for me. Be intentional with your skincare. Really massage the products into your skin and enjoy that moment. Make skincare fun. There's so many little gadgets out there that can really enhance your skincare game and make it fun. I love using all kinds of fun gadgets on my skin. I mean, there's rollers, there's suctions, there's all kinds of stuff that I now have a whole collection. And my husband makes fun of me because he's like, babe, you know that you can open up like a spa at this point, right? And speaking of skincare gadgets, I have been loving this one lately. This is the Duvolle Radiance Spin Care System brush. It comes with 4 different heads. This is their facial exfoliation brush. Then there's also their large body cleansing brush, which is really nice for the body. Then there's their regular daily facial cleansing brush, which is more gentle on the skin. And then there's their pumice stone, which is an awesome way to exfoliate the feet. Super simple to use. You just pop your batteries in here, turn the on or off switch. I love to use my Duvolle Radiant Spin Care brush in the morning and at night. Like I said, it's a nice treat for me. If you want to purchase your Duvolle Radiant Spin Care System brush, use my code at checkout for 70% off of this brush. This brush is not cheap, it's good quality. I'm telling you, it takes your skincare game to the next level. I'll leave a link to Duvolle.com where you guys can shop anything on their website using my code 70% off. Moving on. Your sunscreen. Sunscreen is very important when it comes to skincare. I'm sure you've heard this many times, but do you know the difference between sunscreens? I'll leave a video right here where I talk about the difference between chemical and physical sunscreen. It's very informative and I highly recommend that you watch it. Sunscreen should be a part of your daily routine every single morning. Doesn't matter if you're indoors or not. Sun peeks through the windows plus light from your lamps, all of that can affect your skin. It's a crucial step that you should not skip. Last little tip in the outside category is spot conceal. So you might have to spot treat sometimes, and that's totally okay. Find a good spot concealing acne concealer that works for you, that contains salicylic acid that will help dry it up while camouflaging it. To review this outside category, what have we discussed? Learn the Comedogenic Scale. Stay away from fragrances and use pure ingredients. Determine what type of skin you are. Develop a skincare routine, be consistent, set alarms, and treat yourself. Make skincare fun. Have some fun with it. Use your sunscreen. Switch to mineral instead of chemical. Spot conceal. So that's it. Besides acne, if you have other skin ailments like eczema and psoriasis, remember that our body is a whole. Take care of the inside of your body first. I promise you it will reflect on the outside with time. Get to the root of why you have these skin issues. Look at those habits. Do you need to exercise more? Do you need to change your diet? Are you eating really good? How's your liver health? How's your gut health? These are all things that we have to look at. Remember to get to the root of the problem, remove it, and you will be done with your skin conditions for good. Take it from me that I suffered with acne, I suffered with melasma and hyperpigmentation for years, and my skin is doing so much better. Let me just show you guys. My skin has been doing so much better. It's incredible. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you learned something from it. Please share this video, share it with someone that you think might need it through a text message. Maybe put it on your Facebook timeline. There's no reason why we should be living with low self-esteem and low confidence, right? If you can do something to fix your health and live your absolute best life, why not? Thank you for joining me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Click that bell button so you don't miss out on future videos. God loves you, and so do I. Bye. It's super simple to use. You just pop your batteries off. 70% off. Come on.